Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My aim is to show you that the key to a happier and more positive mind is to love the life you have. We will look at tips and tools you can use to improve your mindset, and the best thing is, we'll all be on this journey together. Welcome back to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. Before I go any further, I want to dedicate this episode to any of my listeners, any of my friends in Florida. At the time of recording this, you are expecting another hurricane, and I'm so sorry that you're having to go through this again. And I just want to send you so much love and protection, and just know that I'm thinking of you. I know that's not going to make a difference, but yeah, I just want you to know I'm thinking of you, and this episode is dedicated to you because I am so grateful for anyone who listens or watches. And I find it really hard when I know people are going through a tough time, which I know you guys are. So just know that I'm thinking of you and I love you very much. Okay, last week we talked about gratitude and why it is so important. We looked at the science behind it, the chemicals it releases in your brain, and the effects it has on our mental health. So yeah, we now know how important it is to practice gratitude. So this week, I just want to give you a few gratitude practices that you can go on and do. As you know, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to be doing the magic in November. If you have never done the magic, please join me. Wonderful things happen, depending on how you look at it. But magical things happen. They might not always seem good at the time, but trust me, everything always works out when you do the magic. So it's a 28-day gratitude process. And each day there's like 4 pages to read and an activity to do, which will probably take you between 10 and 30 minutes. So doing this for 28 days doesn't sound like a lot, but being committed to something like that for 28 days without missing a day is actually quite difficult with, how busy we are, everything that we've got going on. So the reason why I want to do this together is because, for a couple of reasons. Collectively, the more gratitude going out to the world, the higher vibration, the higher frequency the world will be. And you might think, well, what difference is it going to make if I do it? If everybody thought that way, then if everybody did it, then so much gratitude is going out to the world. And so we can make a difference. That one person can make a difference, because if one person thinks like that, then lots of other people are going to think like that as well. Doing something like this together, you're more likely to stick to it. Like I said, 28 days to commit to something is actually quite a commitment. So yeah, I've set up a Facebook group, which I would love for you to join. I'll pop that in the show notes. And I'll also pop the link in again for you to buy the magic. It's like £10 on Amazon at the moment. And I've worked out I'll make 7p for each person that buys the book through my link, which doesn't sound like a lot. But obviously, if loads of people buy the book, then it all adds up. So that would be amazing. Okay, so gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when someone does something nice for you, or when someone opens a door for you, when someone cooks your food. It's not just about saying thank you. It's about how you feel. And with everything, it's all about intention. So if you can feel as much gratitude as possible intentionally, then it's going to be much more effective. Your vibration is going to be much higher than just saying the words thank you. Like, it's about the feeling. Does that make sense? And by actively practicing gratitude, like, you are training yourself to be intentional with it. So I'm going to keep it short and snappy. Okay, now I've said that, hopefully I will. Okay, so the first thing on my list is a gratitude list. I say this all the time about writing a gratitude list. The reason why I say it all the time is because it's such an easy way to practice gratitude. Like waking up in the morning and finding 3 things that you are truly grateful for. It just sets your day off happier and more positive than if you didn't do it. And we all know that by the law of attraction, you get back more of what you put out there. You get back more of what you are. So if you are grateful for things, then you will get more of those things back. Make sense? So writing a gratitude list is a good idea to start it off by saying, I am truly grateful. I am so grateful. I am very grateful. Like try and put some oomph behind it. I am so very grateful. It just makes you feel it that little bit more. What you're grateful for, and then write the reason why you're grateful for it as well. So I am truly grateful for the roof over my head because it keeps me safe and warm. Like that is one I use quite a lot, actually. I use that before I go to bed at night a lot. So yeah, it's really important to realize why you're grateful for it, because again, that just makes you feel it that little bit more. The second thing is to write a gratitude letter. So you could do this to yourself. You could do this for one person. You don't have to give them the letter. Obviously you can. Like imagine how amazing somebody would feel if they received a letter of gratitude. How amazing would you feel if you received a letter of gratitude? So pick one person and think about the following things. So what have they done for you throughout your life, however long you've known them? What have they done to help you? What have they done to get you to where you are today? What part have they played in that? What do they bring into your life? How do they make you feel? What have they given you, like physically given you? What have they gifted you? And what lessons have you learned from them? And like I said, you can do this for yourself. You can do this for your grandmother. You can do this for your parents. You can do this for a best friend. You can do this for your partner or your spouse. You could do this for your children. You can do this for your pets. Like we don't quite realize the impact somebody has on our life until we take the time to really sit down and like really think about it. Like obviously we know that our parents gave us life and fed us when we were little and put a roof over our head and saw us through the bad times. Like we know all that. But take a friend who you haven't known for very long, for instance. Say you've only known them for a couple of years. Like until you sit down and think about all these things and really put some emotion into it. I actually get quite emotional doing this practice. I don't do it very often. It's something that is in the magic, actually. And when I've done it, like I've really sat down and put some real emotion into it. And I do actually get quite emotional doing it. And that is amazing, by the way, if you can do it so as it makes you emotional. Like, remember I said about gratitude is about how you feel. It's about the feeling you get. So if you can do this and feel really emotional, like that is really powerful. The more emotion you can feel, the more gratitude you will have, the more appreciation you will have. Okay, like I said, you can give it to them. You can not give it to them. You can maybe text them and say, I just wanted to let you know, I'm so grateful you're in my life, because you don't have to give them the letter. This is more about how you feel, how it makes you feel, the more gratitude you have. However, like I said, if you feel brave enough to give it to this person, imagine how amazing that's going to make them feel. And they might then be inclined to do this either back to you or for somebody else. And the more gratitude that is spread around this world is never too much. Okay, number 3 on my list of gratitude practices is to take a gratitude walk. Again, I'm talking about a walk with intention here. So notice the world around you when you are walking around. When you're walking down the road, notice the lovely neighbours you walk past. Notice the trees you walk past. Notice the nice cars. If you're a car person, like admire the cars that you've driven, that you're walking past. What are you grateful for? Are you grateful for the trees? Are you grateful for the nature, the animals that you walk past? The sounds of nature. So hearing the birds in the trees and hearing the squirrels, like that funny little squirrel call. Are you grateful for the path that is making your walk that much easier? Are you grateful for the grass that you can feel under your feet, cushioning and softening the walk for you? Are you grateful for the sound of the waves? As people walk by you, do they smile at you? Be grateful for the love that you feel coming from their heart. And again, as I said earlier, think about why you're grateful for these things. So with the trees, are you grateful that they produce oxygen for us? Are you grateful that they provide homes for the birds and the squirrels? Like, there's so much beauty around us that when we take a walk down the road, like, we don't always take it in. You see so many people walking down the road with their phones in their hands. They are literally letting the world pass them by without appreciating everything that's around them. In fact, I was in Paris last week, right? And it was really noticeable how many men, I'm not saying women don't do this because I sometimes do it as well, but there were so many men walking with their phones in their hand, which is fine. I haven't got a problem with that. But they weren't looking where they were bloody going. So the amount of men that almost walked into me because they were looking down at their phones, like literally oblivious to everything else that was going on around them. It was really quite annoying, actually. Very rude. Anyway, that's my little rant. So just be appreciative of the beauty that is around you, whether you are in nature or not. There's always things to be grateful for. Another practice that you can do, and this one is very powerful, and again, it can be quite emotional, but it's to do some mirror work. So look in the mirror into your eyes, and obviously you can do this if you haven't got a mirror nearby. You can do this with your phone camera, with your laptop camera. Look into your eyes. What are you grateful for? What do you love about yourself? And it doesn't have to be something visual. Like, when you look into your eyes, you can see those amazing qualities that you know deep down you have, that you're caring, that you're kind, that you're considerate and generous, that you're loving. Can you see that when you look into your eyes? And my tip is to really take some time, like before you even think, just spend 30 seconds, 20 seconds looking into your eyes before you even think of anything, and then allow it all to come. If you find it difficult to fit gratitude practices into your day, then why not make a few gratitude affirmations? So spend like 20 minutes one day writing down absolutely everything that you can think of that you're grateful for. And so obviously don't forget, with affirmations, you are writing them in the present. So I am obviously so grateful for whatever it is you're grateful for, because actually with affirmations, okay, don't worry about the because for this practice. But what I want you to do, write them all down. Have the list somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. Like, however you like to practice your affirmations. Like, a lot of people like to record their voice and play it back in the morning when you're getting ready, for example. And it almost acts as like a subliminal then as well. If you're getting ready, if you're in the shower and you can hear your voice telling you what you're grateful for, it's sort of going into your subconscious without you even thinking of it. So it acts as a subliminal. Anyway, there is so many more practices that we'll be doing in the magic. So if you like the sound of any of those and you want to give them a go, amazing. Let me know how you get on with them. If you want to ask me any questions about doing this, obviously, please do let me know. Please email me. But just consider how you feel after you've practiced gratitude. Notice how it makes you feel for the rest of the day. So yeah, I can't wait to see if See Who Vance is joining me with the magic. I am also running 2 more self-confidence boosting sessions. So remember, a couple of weeks ago, I did my self-confidence boost session where we will be doing some reflection, some journaling. Then we go into a meditation and we have some beautiful Reiki for the solar plexus, and it just gives you that little boost you need to push you on to the next thing that you want to do, because then by having that little boost to push you on, when you achieve that thing, it pushes you then on to the next level. So it has a ripple effect. People last time called it magical, they called it transformational, they called it enlightening. So please do book on if you fancy it. I've got one more session on Friday. on the 11th of October at 1 p.m. UK time. Then I've got another one on Saturday, the 19th of October. And we'll be doing that one at 3 p.m, which if you are in the US, if you are on the East Coast, then you might be able to make that one if you want to. I had quite a few East Coasts on last time, so it should be an ideal time if you want to join us, because we're doing it all online. So yeah, book onto that. It'd be great to have you on. I'm going to get going because we are off to a sixth form open evening for Alfie. I cannot believe we are now thinking about what he does post 16. But yeah, that's where we're off to shortly. Please stay safe. That's all I can say. Stay as safe as you can. I'm sending you lots of love and protection wherever you are, but particularly for those in Florida this week. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, please do let me know how you are. Send in lots of love, lots of safety, lots of protection. Bye.